Are you cleaning me? You're cleaning you on top of my hair. You're cleaning me? Hello, my historical fashion friends. Welcome to another episode. I'm Gabrielle Westwood, and today I wanted to try and redeem the Crayola art clay by trying to make some clay beads. I have these beads for my bead string here with the tortoiseshell brooches, and I have one bead that's made of clay, 6 beads made of glass, and 2 made of metal. So today I wanted to try and make some more clay beads just to add a few more beads to my strand, and also try out different methods of adding color to the clay. Instead of painting it afterwards, I wanted to try to add the color directly into the clay itself. But before we get started, I just wanted to say I am still doing the matching $250 fundraiser for Save the Children. Right now we're at $120, but I want to try to get it all the way up to $250, so I'm going to do the fundraiser for another 2 weeks, and I really hope we can make it all the way to $250, and then I will match the $250 and we will give $500 to the charity and hopefully impact a lot of lives in a positive way. Also, if you like this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification button, give this video a like, and you can share with your friends if you have any friends who have any interest in this, and maybe they also want to make some beads. I know beads are really expensive when I bought them, because of course a lot of people are making them very authentically with glass, and they are beautiful and a lot of hard work. So I definitely love to be able to provide my, patronage to different independent artists when I can. But sometimes you might want a lot of beads and you don't want to spend like $150 on beads. So let's see how it all works with the art clay. I have a lot better hope for this versus if you saw my 250 subscribers part 1 and 2, unfortunately, we will know that, rest in peace, Clay Crown, you tried your best, but you didn't live. And unfortunately, it fell, and it broke into like 6 pieces. I did see that Mark wrote that he didn't want me to give up on metal, so I do have something in the works in terms of trying again with metal. So I have a couple of metal type projects coming up, and I look forward to trying out some different mediums besides just costuming with clothing. Of course, we know that accessories really make the character. So let's get started on some beads. So, number 1, I'm going to just move my little water containers off of this table for now, because the first thing I'm going to do is crush up this here. It's an art pastel chalk, and I didn't have any blue paint or plant materials, so I'm going to try out 3 colors today. Yellow with turmeric, and I'm also going to try using a red paint to see how paint mixes in, and then I have this blue pastel, and I am just going to basically smash it with a hammer. So let's see how that goes. Alright, so we have blue powder. So I am just going to take out 3 little batches of clay. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. That should be enough for quite a lot of beads. What I did was just kind of look at some bead examples from different museums and I guess other locations that have kind of extant bead examples, and just kind of tried to see what they had and you know, copy some of the basic ones. And it seems like all I've really got to do is kind of make a log and then kind of put a hole in the middle in various different styles. So that doesn't really seem too incredibly difficult. So let's see here. I am just going to make kind of like a nest almost in here, and then I will, not this, get some water. Now I have two containers of water right here. This one is for my drinking and this one is for using for the craft product, so hopefully I don't get those mixed up. I am just going to put a little water in and then take some of my powder and let's kind of see how this goes. Alright. I'm not sure how much powder I will need to make it colored, or I guess even if it will work. I'm also not sure how it will affect the kind of drying process of the actual clay. And if it will, I don't know, cause any problems for that. Let's try to just mix this up and see what happens. I was telling my dad he should start taking pottery class. He's retired as of this past Friday. Congrats, Dad! And he's gonna have loads of free time to do all of the fun things that he didn't get to do during his
many years of toiling away.
So I feel like he should just he loves making stuff and kind of creating different things as well. He actually made his own curtains for his house redecoration, which was very cool because he knew kind of how to sew in a very basic way. He actually showed me my first introduction to just basic sewing, fixing things like buttons and stuff. Whoa, it's so much water. But he had never really used the machine much, and he was really excited at how it turned out, and I was really proud of him for doing it and learning all about his machine. And now I'm you should take pottery class and sewing class and see how it goes. Okay, so this blue is actually mixing in pretty well. I might have added too much water, but it's gonna dry. And this dries pretty fast, I discovered, because of course I am in lovely Southern California, where it is incredibly dry, and I don't have a problem with things drying very quickly here, especially when I dye fabric or other art project type things. I also have a suspicion this is going to dye my fingers as well, so we will see. Okay, I think that this light blue is the color that I'm going to get, so let's see if it seems all evenly mixed. I think so. Try to move this up a little bit. Okay, so I guess I will say I have got my blue done. I think I'm going to have to definitely wash my hands between all of these colors. So let me go do that, and I will come right back and work on the next color. Okay, I've also gotten 2 more of these trays. So next, let's do some yellow. I'm going to start out with the most like basic single color ones, and then I might try to kind of do like almost striped ones. So here we are. Should I have done red first? I know turmeric loves to stain everything, but luckily my dress is already dyed with turmeric, so it won't be too big of an issue. Oh no. Don't you wipe. I probably should have worn something not as nice. I also trimmed my nails in between this first take and this second one, because I realized that having long nails is not going to be ideal for washing my hands in between colors. But luckily we did just get recently a nail brush. I guess not that recently, probably like 6 months ago. But that's been very good. I feel like the pastel was happier to kind of mix in than this turmeric is. Just getting clay on my food spice container. Why don't I put on an apron? Oh, I'm going to show you guys Fenston at the end of this video, because he is getting so big and so cute, and he'll be, I can't believe, like already 4 weeks old on Wednesday. He's just like a cutie little guy, but he's like much less interested in playing with Smokey than any of our other kittens were, because he like basically has never seen his own mother. So all of our other kittens that we've had been with their own mother, and so they were very attached to the idea of like following a cat around. But because he was lost from his mother at 2 days old, he's never seen or like really heard another cat before Smokey. And so like when he was separated from Smokey for the first like week or so, he just thinks that he's a little people and that he isn't really as interested in playing with Smokey or even like just like hanging around him, because I don't know, I guess he doesn't really have a strong connection to cats. It's my hair. So I'm hoping that as he gets a little older and he wants to play more, he will have more of a strong inclination to hang out with Smokey instead of just like wanting to sit with us, because I want him to learn like cat manners, I guess, or socialization, because that's very important for them, and also for them to play with other cats so they know how biting is and how it hurts, so they don't become bitey little kittens. I guess this is going to be our yellow. I feel like I'm at Cold Stone Creamery ordering like banana ice cream right now, but they're just like mushing it up with their hands. Like I feel like I'm just a musher. You know what? I haven't had like a good vegan banana ice cream, even though like I've had a lot of nice cream, but not like banana ice cream. And I love banana ice cream. It's like my favorite flavor. Okay, and now I'm going to wash my hands and we will move on to red. Now let's see how acrylic paint mixes in. Test it out. I guess it's already wet. Do I need water? We'll see. Ugh, I really hope I don't get paint all over my costumes. I also have a wound on my finger that Smokey scratched into my finger, and that's not feeling super lovely right now. I feel like maybe I should have like used this, but I don't think it's strong enough, honestly. Seems to be doing like basically nothing. I feel like the most likely to have a negative impact on the drying is the acrylic. Just because I don't think that like adding a powdered pigment would be as bad as adding some sort of like liquid other compound. So I don't know. But at least acrylic paint also dries like pretty quickly. So. Okay, I'm gonna continue mixing this up and I will see you in just a second with my 3 mixed up batches. Alright, so I have my 3 colors here. I just got myself a bit of parchment paper so I could work a little easier. Now I am going to try my first little bit. This feels very wet, actually. It might be too wet to work with right this second. Like it's too wet to almost like roll. Okay, the yellow one is much better. I'll start with the yellow and then go back to these, which I had to add quite a bit of water to. Let's try a little bit of our yellow instead. It's still like a little bit sticky, but it's much better than the other. Oh. Yeah, I feel like there's a chance I may have to wait like 40 minutes before I actually start using this clay because it's really, really wet. It's rolling okay-ish, but I feel like I'll get better results if I just wait. Okay. So for now, I'll just leave this little log and we're gonna come back. I am back. All right, so let's see if we can make some beads. Once I get like the right, I guess, width of a bead, smoosh it up. Maybe I'm just gonna put it back into a ball and then I'm gonna roll it out. Not having much luck in making a tube right now. So I believe that the clay does like shrink. So I'm going to take this, which I have now, and just cut a couple of beads. Just put it in water. Okay. I see that I'm gonna have to like reshape them again each time. The water does make it sticky again. Oh, that's no longer a log, that's a ball. Yeah, well, you know, maybe we'll try to make one shaped like a little ball. See how that works. I just almost had one shaped like a little diamond, which was cool. Oh, see, that's cool. Now I have like just a sewing pin. I'm gonna see if I can make like a hole, make a hole in it. Without like totally destroying the shape. Maybe I'll make a couple of really skinny ones. Oh. Guess you don't want it to be too wet when you're making the hole. I think I've made what ended up looking like just a plain Cheerio. Let's get another plain Cheerio going. We'll flip our Cheerio like a donut. A freshly made donut. Lovely beads. Yes. Maybe we can make green. Oh, I see my battery is dying. I'm gonna turn off this one and charge it for a bit while I work on beads. Before this video becomes like 7 hours long, I'm going to just stop here and then show you the finished beads, and I might keep playing around with some of the colors and see what other kind of beads I can make. But so far, the two clays dyed with the blue and the red have been hard to work with just because they've been so wet. So I'm gonna let them dry for a lot longer and see what happens. And I might just put the yellow one in a Ziploc and save it for later. All right, I'll see you all very soon. Soon. Okay, my historical fashion friends. So I'm going to show you now my string of finished beads. I ended up spraying it with Mod Podge afterwards because the consistency of them when they dry is very much like that Valentine's Day candy heart candies that you get, which says like "Be Mine" or whatever on it. And I know that basically the Crayola art clay is like water soluble in that basically if you get it wet, even after it's dry, it's going to become clay again. And so I ended up spraying it with Mod Podge. I would say these are crude shapes. They're definitely not as nice as, for example, this bead is made out of clay and it's really beautiful. Obviously it was made by like a professional person who makes beads, not me. But I also wanted to wear this necklace in this video at the end because this necklace was given to me by a friend, and it's probably very old. I don't know. She's a very good friend of mine, and this is made of different stones and seashells, and I like the idea of wearing this in my Anglo Saxon reenactment or just any reenactment because I like the idea of, you know, people trading with each other, and you do see a lot of stone and shell necklaces throughout history. I think that's just always something that we've liked adorning ourselves with. And this has some really amazing shapes. Like this one is a bird. So I also just wanted to show off this necklace and say thanks to my friend for giving it to me. I definitely would like to try making other types of beads in the future. I just think after a few times of experimenting with this Crayola art clay, I don't think it's a good idea. I would prefer to make beads in the future with a little bit more of a permanently drying clay. The colors got very light after they dried, so that also enhances the Valentine's Day candy heart effect on them. Although I was able to get some pretty nice colors. I think probably the pale yellow and this sort of like greeny turquoise or the light blue might be the most accurate ones. I also tried blending some colors because I saw here's some examples of ones that are sort of striped or different colors mixed together. And this one that I have here that was from I think this one's from the Jorvik Viking Museum. And this one has like almost little like designs stuck into it, which is really cool. I was not able to get that fancy. I also had a really hard time putting the holes in the middle. And so some of them I thought, oh, well, I'll do it kind of after it's sort of dry, but then I forgot. And they got totally dry, and then as soon as I started to try to put the holes in, they basically snapped in half. So this is my plate of fails. I would like to try maybe like using other plant dyes like madder. As you can see, the turmeric got very pale and didn't really stay dark like I was hoping it would. But I might want to try with like indigo and madder root and maybe weld or woad and just see. The color mixing worked really well, like this really nice purple. I'm kind of happy with that. But yeah, it was a fun experiment. I'm interested also in trying to kind of make beads out of metal perhaps in the future. I ordered some PMC art clay. I'm going to try to make a penannular brooch in an upcoming video. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe. And then I also have an idea for a larger metal crafting project. Shout out again to Mark, who told me not to give up on the metal. So we'll see how the penannular brooch works out, and then I will move on to the larger, much more expensive project if that works out well. Yeah. I realized I was looking at myself for like half of this outro instead of into the camera. Bizarrely. But before I go, someone else wants to say hi. This ferocious beast just turned 4 weeks old today, and he wants to say, hello everyone, I'm Fenston. And I'm very happy. And today I did my first poop by myself. But he didn't do it in the box. He did it in a box, but not his litter box. But I was proud of him because it was the first time doing it by himself. So, Very good boy. If you don't know, when kittens are very young, you have to stimulate them to go to the bathroom because that's what their mother does, and they don't know how to make themselves go to the bathroom. And I'm always afraid that he will not go to the bathroom and explode. So, hasn't happened yet. Very unlikely, but yeah. Say bye! See you all next time. Bye!